Hello friends, this video on human eye and the colorful world part 3 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched part 1 and part 2 before going ahead with part 3. We define something called least distance of distinct vision. That means beyond this distance, if you bring the object closer than this distance, you will not be able to view the object clearly. That is because if you place that object so closer, the ciliary muscles cannot contract more than that to decrease the focal length. So the ciliary muscles cannot expand more than that to decrease the focal length. So we define it as the closest distance for which the lens can focus light on the retina. So beyond this distance, so what is this distance? This is also known as near point, and standard value for this distance is 25 centimeters for normal vision. However, it increases with age. That means if you place an object at a distance of 25 centimeter, an appropriate image will be formed. But if you keep an object at a distance of 10 meters from your eye or at a distance of 6 centimeters from your eye, you are not able to view that object clearly. That's because whenever you keep any object closer than 25 centimeters from your eye, the ciliary muscles cannot expand themselves to that extent that it can so that it can change the focal length of the eye lens to that extent to form an image on retina. As a result, image is not formed on the retina, and when image is not formed on the retina, you do not get a clear view of that object. So for a normal eye, near point is 25 centimeters and far point is infinity. So near point is the point where you can see closer objects clearly. Far point is the distance for which you can see distant objects clearly. So far point is infinity. That is because you can even view objects which are placed at infinity, because when objects are placed in infinity, the image is still formed on the retina. Because what happens for distant objects, as you can see in the previous slide, in case of distant objects, even if the object is at infinity, the ciliary muscles contract, the lens becomes thinner and the focal length increases in such a way that image is formed on retina. So now we will talk about some of the defects of vision. You would have seen that many people use spectacles because they have some problems in vision. Some of them cannot read newspaper properly. Some of them cannot view distant objects clearly. So there are different types of vision. There are different types of defects of vision. So we will discuss about them. So the first one is a myopia. Second one is hypermetropia. Then is astigmatism, and the fourth one is presbyopia. So these are the 4 types of defects of vision which we will now be discussing one by one. So let us first talk about myopia. What is myopia? It is nearsightedness. That means in this case, image is formed before retina. So as I mentioned, as long as your image forms on the retina, you will be able to see the object clearly. But if the image forms either before retina or beyond retina, you will not get a clear view. So in myopia, image is formed before the retina, as you can see here. So this is your retina. So instead of here, the image is formed here. So as a result of this, unable to see distant objects clearly. So in myopia, we are able to see nearby objects clearly. That is why it's called nearsightedness. That means proper sight is there for near objects. So it is called nearsightedness, right? So you cannot see distant objects clearly. Now, what is a possible solution for this? I mean, how do we correct this kind of defect? So in this case, if you look at this defect, what is happening? These rays are getting converged very quickly. So what do? We put a lens which will not allow the rays of light to converge so quickly. So we should put a diverging lens. So this is a concave lens or a diverging lens. So what will this lens do? This will try to diverge the rays from each other. So these rays of light, earlier they were directly going to a convex lens and they were quickly getting converged. but we want them to converge, but after some time at this point. That is why we have put this lens here, so that it will diverge the rays to some extent, so that now these rays which are here are little more diverged. So they will take some more time to converge, and as a result they will converge on the retina. So this is the purpose of introducing a diverging lens here. So it can be conducted using a concave lens. Right, so you understood what happens. In myopia, you can see nearby objects clearly, but you cannot see distant objects clearly. Because when you try to see a distant object, the image, instead of forming on retina, is formed before retina. So how do we correct it? We correct it by using a concave lens, which is a diverging lens, so that the rays of light get little more diverged, so that they converge after some time. So they take more time to converge, and as a result they converge on the retina and not before retina. Let us now talk about the next one, that is hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is just the opposite of myopia. It is the farsightedness. That means in this you can see the distant objects clearly. Far objects, good sight. So farsightedness. So you can see distant objects clearly, but not the nearby objects. So in this case, image is formed beyond retina. As you can see it, instead of here, the image is formed here. So unable to see closer objects clearly. So how can you correct this? We can correct this using a convex lens. Because in this case, what do we want? We want them to converge. We want these rays to converge quickly. So for that, we will use a converging lens. Right, so this is hypermetropia. So many of you would have seen elderly people at your house would have any of these problems, because most of these problems start coming up with age. Next is astigmatism. This is a defect in which the cornea is not spherical in shape. So what happens as a result of that? There is a blurred vision. That means you are able to see everything, but things are not clear. Things are blurred. So how can you correct this? It is corrected using cylindrical lens of desired radius of curvature with appropriately directed axis. So for this you will use a cylindrical lens. See, for example, this is the object, right? It is a net kind of a structure. So if your cornea is not exactly spherical in shape, in that case you will see the image somewhat like this. That means you are able to see the image but not properly. So if you use a cylindrical lens, then this can be corrected. Since this defect arises due to the shape of the cornea, so therefore we are introducing a cylindrical lens so that it can compensate for the shape. Next is presbyopia. It is also a defect in which there is blurred vision. But in this case, there is blurred vision even at least distance of distant vision. At least distance of distant vision, that is for a normal eye, at a distance of 25 centimeter, you should be able to, your vision should be clear. You should be able to see the objects clearly. But presbyopia is a defect in which the vision is blurred even at least distance of distant vision. It generally appears at an older age. You would have seen the elderly people at your home that they generally complain of blurred vision as they grow older. That is because of presbyopia. Why does this happen? This happens because with increasing age, the eye lens, because eye lens is nothing but again a lens, right, end of the day. So this lens also loses its flexibility to increase or decrease its focal length, because the increase and decrease of the focal length of the eye lens is controlled by the ciliary muscles. So suppose a person who is living for some 90 years, so those ciliary muscles are functioning for those 90 years, right? So what happens? The flexibility of the muscles decreases. As a result, the flexibility of the lens to increase or decrease its focal length also decreases. And as a result of this, the vision is not very clear at an older age. How can you correct it? This can also be corrected using converging lens. Because in this case also the image is not formed exactly on the retina. So if you want the image to be formed on the retina, you can use a converging lens, because in this case the eye lens which is already present in the eye is a converging lens, and this defect arises when that lens loses its flexibility. So you need to use another converging lens to correct this defect. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.